Why? Why on earth? What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. Respawning reinforcements, stopping me from reaching it. I'll do my best to clear those small ones while my team attacks from a distance. I thought... Oh my god, Brittle! Brittle the MVP! I'll do my best to... Fucking violence! We're teaching Brittle the best violence! Yeah, Brittle! Yeah, Brittle! Yay! That was beautiful. Oh. Hey, that looks kind of big. You look stronger. Bah. Hi. Hello. It me, DevBear. Continuing my times of doing art every day, once a day at least. Ugh. Not knowing what I'll draw, but knowing that I will draw. I'd like to introduce you to what I was doing earlier today. Trying to do at least one piece of art every day has invigorated me to make several other pieces of art too. This is my butter dog. The question I have for you, of course, in this trying, difficult time, of course, which butter dog is the true butter dog? Is it butter dog? Is it butter dog? Is it butter dog? Or is it butter dog? Which butter dog is your fancy? Which butter dog would you take home? And which butter dog would you use to make a peanut butter sandwich? I think one of these is a crime. Alrighty. It's time for new art piece. Now, let's see. I think I have an idea of what I would like to try and draw. I'm gonna need a reference. What's a good pose for this particular character that I'm wanting to draw? So today I'm going to try and draw a character that I drew some long time ago. They are... I don't know if I ever want to say original character because there's really concepts thrown around the place, but it is a character that I came up with. Visually aspects from all over the place. Is how it is. What is a good pose for this character? Well, you know what? I might actually start with what I did before and do some pose practicing. Let's have a look at some drawing drills. Yeah, I'll do a rotating box for form, because a lot of my poses feel somewhat flat to me. So let's start over here. Oh, I should really stretch out my wrist, actually. Eh. They were much stiffer than I thought. Hi, Lucille. Oh, I didn't see Childs there as well. Hello there as well, Child. Sorry. Ah. Hi, Tobeans. Oh my God! Why did I have I never stretched my wrist? Is that what this is? Is this my first time ever stretching my wrist? This hurts so bad. Ow. All right. Wrist box. How's it going, Tobeans? Oh, getting close to the end of it. Every time I do this, I'm doing a smaller and smaller cube. And that's not intentional, that's just something that's happening. Look at that, it's disintegrating. I've turned that into nothingness. It just kept on... Guys, where did the box go? It's evaporated. I love it. This is just me doodling a little bit so that I can get a bit more comfortable using my hand while drawing, because they felt very stiff the moment I started. My fingers are the weakest, honestly. My wrist is strongest. My elbow is fine. My shoulder is actually surprisingly good. I feel, after doing all of this, you're gonna give me a scare. Oh dear. I think I'm gonna do a painting. It's been a bit since I did a painting. You're drawing everything on the same layer. That is a very frightening thing to say, Topies. However, for painting, I actually do that. All of my paintings are one layer. That's the real frightening thing. Because I do this. I have to use all one layer, otherwise the blending doesn't look right for the technique that I'm using. This guy needs to be darker at the top. Because it's closer to you at the top, and things that are closer look darker. It really destroys some art pieces. It's almost as bad as like getting through all the work only to find out that you forgot to save and then the program crashes. That's devastating. There are several pieces that I've made that have not come back from that mistake. It'll get better. I like doing skies with lots of color. We're gonna do, I think this is a sunset for me. You know, that's why a friend of mine has a redeem that's just called save. And it only costs 1 channel point to do it. Just to remind them to make sure that they don't lose all their progress. I, however, choose to live dangerously. Which is why I always redeem that particular redeem. I know the hardship too well. It's better to be a saving addict than to lose your progress all the time, I think. I just make mistakes. Whoa! It scared me, that noise. Hello! Hey there, Apogee, welcome! Hello everyone! Hope you are all enjoying Fortune Street, it looked super fun. I was lurking there for quite some time while doing all kinds of things. All kinds of art. My butter dog still sits heavily in my mind, much like the butter they are made of. You getting some sleep now, Apogee, though? I think I heard that you were getting close to a point where you'd have to actually take a good nap. 9 hours of streaming does seem like it would do that to you. I'm drawing some clouds. I'm doing a painting today. Hi, Kevin. For those that don't know me, hi, I'm DevBear, Dev of the Bears. I'm an artist and variety streamer who focuses mostly on either abstract horror or lots of RPG Maker games and cutesy stuff. And currently I'm doing a draw at least once a day thing. I've been wanting to draw a lot more art, so I do at least one bit of art every day. Today I made this while I was watching Apogee's stream. This is my butter dog. Of course, the question that I have to ask for this is, which one's the real butter dog for you? Is it butter dog? Butter dog? Butter dog? Or butter dog? And I've been quite good. Thank you for asking, Kev. I had my wisdom tooth out and I've got a clean bill of health from the dentist now. I don't have to go back until at least October. Wisdom tooth side is all healing up. It's super nice. A lot of Fortune Street. An insane amount of Fortune Street. The amount of times I look there and think GG because you've won another Fortune Street game. Yeah, it's going quite well. Oh, where did that black streak come from? That is not on the painting, that is on my screen. Yeah, I hope you had lots of fun. I assume that you did. It seemed like you were having a really good time with Fortune Street. I also enjoy watching it. It seems like a really fun game. I invest heavily in the shark market. But all folks, feel free to relax while I'm drawing here. I'm gonna be doing just a nice little sunset scene. I'm planning on making it super snowy. Lots of clouds. Dogs should not eat that much butter. And for all those people freaking out, this is on one layer. You were right to freak out. It is only sane. Thank you. I mean, I think you always do, a lot of the times. The shark knows no failure when mastering the games. I see only success in the shark's future with Fortune Street. I'm sure you'll become some kind of business tycoon. You'll be running all of those places, all those shops on the street. Surely, within our lifetime. I gotta fluff these clouds up more. Get fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy clouds. I need a rounder brush. This one is a little bit too harsh. I don't think that I can really make it terribly nice and round, though. It's too bad. Just have to be really light with it instead. I think this one's gonna be big, but off the page big. I want to get those round blobs in to make it look a little bit more cloudy. That's good. One over here too. Give it some nice little layers and contrasts. I really love the clouds part of these things. Tobians, I have not said it, but I love all of your puns. Thank you so much for bringing so many. Irene is also great for that. You guys deserve more appreciation for your grand puns. Please never stop. Aw. Thank you very much, Kevin, for the follow. Well appreciated. Please enjoy the follower emotes. I worked very hard on all of them. They were very fun to make as well. Look at this. I love those clouds. These ones looked really fluffy. Long. Yeah. Now let's get strings of cloudy stuff going on. I want these kind of like layery clouds going on now. Going out like this. You can cover up as much as you like when making clouds. Clouds are wonderful. Take the time to make some clouds today. Clouds is super easy. Out of everything that I've ever painted, I've always found that clouds are the most fun for me to draw and to paint. I think these and like forests are really easy. Mountains, I can never do digital art. Mountains, I always end up doing a lot better when I'm doing them with oil paints on a canvas. But they're still quite good. They're still quite fun. I like clouds on digital art most, though. Their fluffiness makes me feel happy. I hope to be as cute as the clouds. Look at what that does. Look at how they fade into each other when you fluff them up like that. Look at that. Oh, thank you, Kim. I'm trying to decide while I'm doing this whether or not I want there to actually be a mountain in the background though. Man, that's turned out fantastic. I really love how those clouds have come out. I'm really happy with that. Thank you so much, Kelvin. I am flattered. Look at this. I actually really love this. It's been so long since I did digital art, I thought my clouds would look a lot shittier. I love them. Alright, mountain or no mountain? Yeah, mountain. Yeah, mountain. Let's do a mountain. We want like a brownish dark color. I'm gonna switch our tools to this calligraphy pen though. I'm glad I learned how to change the angle of this too, which is nice. Okay, we need it to be way bigger than this though. Do I want a steep mountain? Or do I want a really low mountain? I think I want a low mountain for this. I think I want to go like... I think I want to do that. And then I think I want to change the angle. I want to go like this. That's what I want. Absolutely get back into drawing. Drawing's super fun. Drawing's the best. Now... blend it. Oh, I didn't mean to put that ruler there. Get that ruler out of my face. Get rid of the bottom of the mountain so it looks all misty and mysterious. All right. Now the troublesome thing is usually what I do is I would take a palette knife and I would do the little marbling thing where you get a tiny roll of paint on the edge of your palette knife and then you just really lightly brush it over and it makes a really cool effect. Can't do that in digital art and I have yet to find a good way to mimic it. I've tried a bunch of things but it never really seems to work quite well enough. This thickness just controls that. But there's nothing for like a more airy or feathery thing. Maybe I just haven't found the right brush, because you can't just go looking for brushes. I think a dry gouache might work. With low density of paint and a large amount. Let me just check that. No. Other way around, it has to have high density with a low amount of paint. Too low. Still too low. I'm completely wrong, it has to be both. It's color stretch too. Nothing useful. This has gone terribly. I still don't have a good brush for this. Let's see. I might try my own brush that I use for all of my other art stuff. So for a mountain, we want it to be like a bluey color. go like this. I feel like I put so much more work into digital paintings when I'm going in this particular brush set. That looks pretty nice as a mountain, though, I think. I'm just gonna have to live with the trouble that I will have. It's at this time that if you happen to be painting a mountain where you can make like these super nice structures by going like this, going really far, and then kind of zooming back over to here like this. See how you've actually made this ridge that you can follow along there? I love that aspect of like making mountains like this. You can even like ruin it entirely by going over it like this. And you can even still keep it there and have the ridge be like a little line that then kind of veers off from these other mountains. I love painting for this kind of stuff, where you can just kind of do this things. It just makes a world happen. Like the world feels much more organic in a way from having those ridges, having those places. I'm gonna make this one go this way, actually. It's gonna be a really dark mountain. I'll go this way too. Nah, that doesn't make sense for the shading and the light. That looks really cool to me. Mystify. Big ol' mountains. What do you guys think of my mountains? Not perfect, but I like them. Now let's see. Really dark green color. Quite a nice thin line. Is turnip pen better? I think we'll do mapping pen. Oh, that's such a stark, nice line. See, this entire picture is from imagination. I have only seen misty, snow-covered mountains once in my, maybe 3 times in my life if I'm lucky here. Because I know I saw a mountaintop covered in snow in Melbourne, but that wasn't real snow, it was kind of like dusting. I've seen real mountains in Canada when I lived there as a very young bear, and I've seen mountains in Alaska, but those were during a summery season, so there wasn't very much snow. I don't know how good I am at music. I played flute for a long while, and piano. But I certainly admire the musical talent of the people that surround me. My supervisor at university pursued music as a profession. They were a professional flutist. And they did like orchestral work and such. But they never found that they could really make it. And I think it's the same thing for comedy in Western Australia. It's pretty rough for budding creatives. Not a lot of great work to be found. And most of the time, they're doing it at a loss. You know, I want one big tree over here. One big boy. I think these are going to be evergreen trees. That's what makes sense to me. No worries. Thanks for the support. Trees. Let's get denser. This ain't your sparkling groves. This is a goddamn forest. We gotta have trees out the wazoo, right? Let's up the density, right? Nice misty fog there, but let's keep going. Density. Density is what we want here. A little bit harder strokes so that more color comes out. I'm going to start going like this so they have stronger tips. Like blades of grass, these, from a distance. Going multimodal on this stuff. It's this part where the trees start getting real close, and you'll start to see all kinds of things. We're covering up too much of the mountains here, though. That's kind of sad. I better cool it down, or else I'm going to not have any mountains behind the trees. You know, I always find when people are particularly creative, music or otherwise, they tend to find the other creative areas and explore themselves in those ways a lot. Like, I've met a lot of people who do musical arts, and a lot of those people that I've met also do visual art of some kind. I know that my supervisor, she did music as a profession for a while. She also does art. She makes beautiful pieces that take super long to make. I myself am terrible at that kind of stuff. I always feel the need to finish my art projects the same day that I've made them at the very least, usually within the hour. I'm only just breaking free of that particular prison and allowing myself to make longer projects, but even then, longer projects is more like give yourself a week or something, and then a lot of them get abandoned because of the way my brain works. Time to give up on all of those fun little paintings, because guess what? You didn't finish them in one day. Do better. Do better! You can go faster. I love the contrast of seeing the blue behind the trees here, actually. It looks really nice. Let's do some over here too. I feel like in the last couple of months I've met more artists and artistic professionals than I've ever met in my life. But I've met very few of them that actually do it as a living. Most of the people have it as a hobby and are doing other stuff, which I also got told to do when I expressed enjoyment in in artistic endeavors. And I understand, I just sometimes wish that more people did it professionally. Of course, that also brings its own caveat of difficulties, though. I want to have this open space here, so there's like a little pathway into the mountain. I also want some more nice trees. I'm gonna do a couple more here. I should have done more little trees. There's so many big boys. Where's our short kings? Where's our short kings of the forest? Where's Oberon, king of the fairies? Is he on sabbatical? Hardly the time for it. Nature needs him more than ever. I don't know why, but today I'm more talkative while doing my art than I usually feel I am. I feel like it's got to be something about paintings as opposed to doing art. Like a lot of, I say doing art, as opposed to doing like character art. Because a lot of the times the character art I'm focusing and I'm trying to like do a very specific bundle of things. Alright, that looks good. Let's put in some foreground. I need my oil paint back for this. Yeah, that's how much I want. use the blurring tool. Do this a bit. Ooh, before I do anything more, actually, I think I want some snowfall. I think I know exactly the way I want to do it. Let's get some snowfall going on. That is brown. We need white. A fun thing that I can do as a result of choosing to do the snowfall is I can switch to a nice little pen here. Make it quite small. And I can kind of just go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Nice little white snow on these treetops. Just a little bit on the edges, though not completely covering. Snowy, snowy goodness. I love snow so much. Wanting to be speedy at art comes from constantly being obsessed with speed paint videos when I was 14. I mentioned on another stream, but my favorite speed paint was this metallic wolf skull. I think it popped up because it used the same music that was from an AMV that I kept watching on repeat. That would make sense. That tracks with who I was back then. Yeah, that's looking nice. I'm gonna cover it with snow. You can still see the brown underneath because there's dirt, but there's also lots of snow on top. Because it's snowing. I'm gonna stop there real quick. because I want to have a mostly barren space here, an open field of snow, but I want to have one really big, nice tree. Do I want it closer? Yeah, I think I do kind of want it closer. Let's make this one barren tree real close then. Make thicker snow here. Real thick snow. We got a little bit of an embankment here that's coming over the top. That's where it's gonna be. Right there. I see it. I see it, and I hope you see it too. We want super dark for this. I want this tree to be kind of small, though, I think. I want it to be right here. No, that's too close to this one. There, that's where it should be. Let's do a little brother. Yeah. This tree's got a little brother there. These two trees, they work together. Trees don't normally do that, but I'm gonna say that for us, they do. Make little twigs coming out of the place. I want this to be a really strong branch coming off of here. Unusual branch coming off right there. Branches. Now it looks like there's light coming over from the mountains, but a very small amount of light. So I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting, but only a very small bit on the very edges, both sides of these trees. And as they start to get further out of the forest, there's more light coming through. Further out of the shadows. More light in the sky. Look at you, tree. What if we get this side of these branches? A little bit of like little middle sections. All right. Time to draw some leaves on these guys. I'm gonna use this big old brush, but I'm gonna make it smaller. That's good size. Now we want to put some snow around the base here, because these trees are covered in it. They're covered in snow. I'm gonna pile it up on there. Make it bright and white piled up there. Make it join in a little bit here. And now we're gonna coat these leaves in a bit of snow. And go boop, 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 boop. Like a dusting of snow on these leaves. I'm doing it a similar way to the clouds, but I'm going to just go down to this tree and do a little bit here, so that I can cover it a bit more with the other tree. Right. Well, I didn't do as great as a job as I'd hoped for the more up-close trees, but I still like how this one turned out. It's a nice little painting. You can see this little trail in the center of like dirt. I like it. I'm okay with this. I'm happy with this. Hurrah. Now that I've drawn this wonderful landscape, I can put a layer on, and I can literally add whatever the heck I want here. So let's see, what funny things can I add to my little winter wonderland space here? I will take any request, any suggestion of a weird, wacky thing to put into this snowy forest landscape. Anything can be here. But of course, I'm gonna start it. Panda, you're a bitch. How fucking dare you? How dare you say such a thing to me? A panda in my winter wonderland? How are pandas colored again? You might notice, but I don't actually like pandas very much. Eh. Do-do-do-do. Does that satisfy you? You happy with that? Is that good for you? Welcome back to Beans. Have you been jimmied? Alright. I'm gonna put them over here. I'm gonna make them small. Alright, first thing that's gone there. Was it good for you? Was it good for you? It wasn't good for me. There's a panda in this place. There's not supposed to be. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. What other things would you guys like for me to throw into this wild wasteland? Things that don't belong. Things that should not be here. Things that normally you'd expect to find elsewhere. Or, you know, something that matches? Something that fits? Something that might be in this environment that you might see? Maybe? If nobody gives me anything specific, I'm putting a plastic bag in here. That's the evil ways. A no bamboo sign in front of the panda. Love that. And of course the bamboo eater here should have known better. No, that's not right. So we're gonna go here. I want you to know, my pen is not touching the screen right now, and I'm still drawing. That was weird. No, there's no such thing as jokes. I'm the joke police. And I say that because you said that, now there actually has to be a sign here. Shut up, phone. I'm drawing a no bamboo sign. I'm doing this because I don't respect pandas. Thank you for the posture checked. A snow leopard. That's actually a good one. If you're typing that the panda wasn't a good one, oh, is that right? Yeah, no, it wasn't. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Now that I'm into. too bright red. It's gotta be on top of it. Oh my god. What is going on? I feel like I need to somehow recalibrate this stuff. It's not even drawing anymore. There we go. There, no bamboo sign. Oh my god, we really are. Thankfully, I love Kung Fu Panda. I need a good picture of a snow leopard here. My reference snow leopard. Hi, Lexi. How's it going? Shadoosh. The perfect reference image for my snow leopard here is going to be Toronto Zoo. Let's go Toronto Zoo. Okay. The weirdness with my pen is over. That's nice. Debating whether to start working or play some games first. What are you going to be working on? I'm doing good. Look at my snowy scene that I painted. This panda's not supposed to be here. All right. Snow leopard time. Aw, thank you. You're so nice. I am pretty. Let's go tail here. And we're gonna have the little predatory hunch thing that goes on when they're getting ready to strike. I'm a drum little funny guy. Deciding between your job work at home, doing some work at home, that homework. Who put this panda here? Shadows did that. I don't like these eyes. I got a better idea for eyes now. Do I take commissions? Yeah, my commissions are up and I have a VGen open. If you visited my Blue Sky or looked anywhere there, I'm pretty sure I linked my Blue Sky in the About page here as well. Recently I have been commissioned by Spaghetti. He asked me to make one of his emotes. Oh, I love that expression. Ah, yes. Doing the job, work from home, that requires you to do the job assigned to you by your work, thus giving you your job work from home that you occupy, which you use your occupation for your working needs. I gotta say, that level of comedy is thrown throughout my household every day. You know, the household that I live, the place that I live that's known as my household, it's the household that I live in. Where I'd be living would be my household. I'm gonna make some fuzzy little spots on this guy. Not a real snow leopard without being snowy. Household is in your house? Yeah, you got it. Household is in my house and not, like, say, within an apartment or a condo. No, I have a house. I am living in a house. If we had an apartment or complex or something like that, then I wouldn't be able to have my dog. Because he is a very energetic boy. Chum, chum. Chum, chum. Chum, chum. Just to add to this, I'm gonna make their entire fur this canvas texture as well. Just because it makes sense to my brain. Amazing. Now I gotta make the face super snow leopardy. Oh my god, Tobias. Yeah, that's the right expression. Like, why is there a panda in this place? This makes no sense for a panda to be here. Perfect. And because it's camouflage. What do you think? The camouflage is what makes it, really. Tick, tick, tick. There it is. If you didn't look twice, you might not even realize that there's a snow leopard here. There's a snow leopard in this place. Did you see the snow leopard? Did you catch him? Or was the panda too much of like a quick attention draw thing going on there? Didn't even read the sign. No bamboo. Still thinks there's bamboo here. Ah. Beautiful. Lexi, do you have anything you want me to put in here? I put the panda at Shadowish's behest, the sign, because there was a funny joke that Tobin's made, and then I also did the snow leopard because that was what Tobin wanted. I think this is pretty great. I actually didn't think I made it as a joke, lowering the opacity, but I actually really like how the snow leopard blends in like that. I'm actually quite a fan of it. It's got me hooked. I wasn't, and now I am. And you know what? That's pretty magical. For reference, I have an ocarina that my partner got for me, hanging around my neck. If you stay here long enough, I'll annoy you. I guarantee it. I think it would be fun for one of the trees in the background to be decorated like a holiday tree. What kind of holiday, though? Because I can do Christmas easy. But it'd be even funnier if it was like, check out that evergreen tree. It's Thanksgiving themed. There's a turkey on the top. I've decided what I'm doing now. I shouldn't have said anything. If you don't want it to be a turkey, Thanksgiving is good? Alright, we're in. Chat, I'm in. I don't even celebrate Thanksgiving. I have nothing to be thankful for, because Thanksgiving has nothing to do with my country. Alright, let me look up a turkey, like a cartoon turkey. Let's see. Oh no, I should use a proper pen for this. On a day that's basically cook huge amounts of food and stuff everyone around you day. Happy turkey dinner shares these days. That's right. Happy turkey dinner shares these days, everybody. If anyone gets that joke, we're friends. No, you can't take it back. You have to be my friend. It is a cooked turkey, yes. I thought it would be funnier. I was right. It is funnier. You're gonna have to, you guys are all gonna have to help me out here, because as an Australian, I've never celebrated a Thanksgiving in my entire goddamn life. So I have no idea what food other than turkey gets served at Thanksgiving. Oh, cranberry sauce. That's something, right? Right? Let me ask you guys, why is cranberry sauce something that's served with turkey? That doesn't make any sense to me. Isn't cranberry like just like sour fruit? We want to gobble gobble. Cranberry sauce right out of the can? Sorry? Should I draw the what? Hold on, I gotta look up a cranberry juice. Cranberry sauce. Can. Oh, you've sent me the image as well. What is Kagi? I don't know what that is. I mean, this is clearly a jar. Wait, that's actually a can? Oh my god, it does just look like the can. People, like, cut it into slices? What the fuck? It's like black pudding, but like none of the good things about black pudding. That's horrifying. I hate it. There, I made your cranberry sauce. That makes no sense. It's just stuck onto one of the branches. Alright, what's another thing that people have at Thanksgiving dinner? What's another Thanksgiving dinner food? Those are the only two Thanksgiving dinner foods I know of. People have said stuffing, but stuffing goes in the turkey, doesn't it? What's another Thanksgiving food? Thanksgiving foods. That is so much food. Okay. I mean, that's sliced turkey, though. Like, that's already... Banana pudding? Mashed potatoes is very common. Alright, mashed potatoes it will be. How's this mashed potatoes? I think I got this pretty good. This looks like mashed potato-ish, kind of, doesn't it? I think that looks like mashed potato. I'm gonna add like a little bit more like dark lumps around the place too. Yeah, mashed potato there. Someone just threw it directly on the tree. Someone made like a little softball-sized glob of mashed potato and just ditched it at this part of the tree and somehow got it perfectly nestled in there. Alright, mashed potato, that's good stuff. What else we got? What else is category Thanksgiving food on Wikipedia? Got me covered. American pie. People don't really fuck American pie, do they? How would I do pie on this? Why is it just listed as maize? Isn't that just corn? Splattered pie. Okay, so I can do like a this. And let's say that it was like a cranberry pie, because that just makes sense in here. It's everywhere. What is the most common type of pie that you see on Thanksgiving? Because I just chose red because I thought it made sense for some reason. Cherry, apple are common, pecan pie, pumpkin pie usually. Well, this is definitely not pumpkin pie. I would say, you know what, let's make this cherry pie. Why not? Let's just add cherries all over the place. Makes it more festive looking, right? Don't you think? You're not going to believe me, but another food item I have had so many Thanksgivings, never anytime otherwise. Sweet... That's not real. Tell me you don't do this. Sweet potato and marshmallow casserole? Well, do you put... Is marshmallows like a topping at the end? Like you put it on the end and then broil it or something? Or are you mixing in marshmallows to the filling? No way, come on. Sweet potato and marshmallow. No fucking way. No fucking way, that looks so hard. I can't express how much I dislike what I'm looking at here. Some people mix pecans into it too. Oh, what? What?
I mean, I'm not that fussed. I've already seen exactly that in TikToks of food that should be illegal videos.
That looks so horrific. I really dislike it. Does it taste good? Is it nice? Someone just fucking, like, airdropped a shit ton of Thanksgiving food onto this one specific tree. It sounds like it would be incredibly, uncomfortably, like, sickly sweet. It's pretty good? Yeah, sweet overload. That's what I thought. I'm not so good with high sweetness. I'm a bitter flavors person. So high sweetness in my dessert. I mean, I like 95% dark chocolate. This would be too much for me. Oh, but actually, that's kind of interesting. I just spotted one where someone used purple sweet potato. They used taro. And I know that tastes like really nice and earthy vanilla. See, that one makes sense to me. Sweet potato, for some reason, doesn't click in my mind as something that you would have with marshmallows. But also, the people who use the taro also made their own marshmallow fluff. Which is better, because then I can make it in a way that I can actually eat. Because I can't eat marshmallows, they have gelatin in them. Someone made an inside-out sweet potato and marshmallow casserole. And that feels like a crime, but I can see the appeal of having like a gooey marshmallow center. Yeah, I'm gonna draw this. We got this. I can do this. I can do sweet potato marshmallow casserole dripping down this thing. Basically just draw like the potato things again. Where I do this, make it all lumpy. Stringy as well, because it's all fibrous. If you're thinking that this is starting to look like something else, yeah. I try to do all kinds of things for commissions. I will do anything for money. No, I'll rephrase that. I would draw anything for money. Speaking of bitter, my spouse likes Vegemite spread over toast. Do we have Aussie cred? How much Vegemite? Having Vegemite on your toast isn't enough. You gotta let me know how much it is. Because I've seen my friend eat Vegemite with a spoon. We gotta know how much they're getting. Also, Vegemite, what do you mean speaking of bitter? Vegemite isn't bitter. Not enough if that's a question, probably. Half a pads of butter worth? No, that's a decent amount of Vegemite. I think if you're weak, you'll use like a single tiny, like layering spread, like a feather's width of Vegemite. I think that's a decent amount. I've seen people eat Vegemite in pretty gruesome ways. That friend that ate Vegemite by the spoon, he is also a avid enjoyer of Vegemite flavored chips, which was a tiny thing that has never been made again. But for that one moment, he loved it. They made it once and then never again. Man. This, you know, there's a part of me that says, yeah, I'm just drawing marshmallows on sweet potato, nothing weird about that. There's another part of me that says, man, this is fucking weird and gross. And there's another part of me that's like, man, it looks like someone just came, but like, they have a really shitty, disgusting diet, so it came out as mostly like scabs and like wine. Horrific, I know. I'm evil by nature. And lovely by nurture. The only reason I'm not constantly making jabs like that make people very disgusted is entirely because I was raised right. This could make someone's trypophobia act up, I feel. I feel like I should have a warning trypophobia. Because this has started to look pretty grotesque. Oh, from a distance it does actually look like marshmallow, like roasted. I think I might blur the lines a little bit though. Oh, that looks way more like roasted marshmallowy colors. Actually, though. Yeah, that looks like roasted marshmallows thrown in there. Alright. Good foodstuffs. I wonder, is that enough shit on this tree? I don't like how I've drawn the turkey now. I'm gonna redo that a little bit. Let's redo the turkey a little bit. Just gonna do it like this. It's already clearly a turkey. Oh, man. If there's anyone lurking who's had like the funniest fucking ideas for what should be on this tree, or if they've got any other ideas of what should be in the picture, and just decidedly haven't spoken up yet, now's the time. Now's the time to say, hey, put this thing in, I think it would be funny. Because you know what? 90% chance you're right. It would be funny. That tree is fucking disgusting. I do not like that tree anymore. That was a nice tree before this happened. You know, it went to a Christian college. I'm fairly convinced it had like a 4.0 GPA. Whatever the fuck that means. I have no idea how American school systems work at all. For us, we have ATAR, and ATAR doesn't mean shit. Alright, so I have 3 layers. I have 4 layers of 4 different things that I can just spirit away now. The Thanksgiving tree disaster. The panda that's clearly in the wrong place. The little sign acknowledging that the panda's in the wrong place. And also a snow leopard that's going to eat panda tonight. I think that's pretty good. Those are pretty good things. What other things could I add to this scene? What other things would be funny? I mean, I know one thing that I'm going to add that is funny to me. Perfect. I loved adding that. That made me happy. And considering I added that, it would only be right to add this next thing. Perfect. It's exactly what I needed in my life. Beautiful. All right. I've had lots of fun. I've drawn for at least an hour, and my goal has always been to draw for at least 1 hour. It's not one of my 3-hour jumps, but that's okay. My 3-hour jumps are usually dedicated to the maid drawings, Maid Mondays. So I think I'm pretty happy with how this all went today. I've had a good time here. This has been a lot of fun. Oh. So, I think I'll probably call that a day, but I'm gonna send everybody here off to go see some fun stuff while I'm at it. Since I have the opportunity to, since I've got people sent my way from Apogee, I figure I'll continue it on and send you guys over to another person who is lots of fun. I'll say another 2 people. I have to kind of pick and choose which one. I think last time I went and raided Endra, so this time I'm gonna raid Zero. That seems like a good bet.